Welcome to our tutorial about putting data in variables. In order to put data in our variables, we use what are called assigned statements. These are program statements that put data into controls, variables, or other objects. Now, integer a holds a value of 10. Because this variable is declared as an integer, it can't store any other value. For example, it can't store the text version of 10, T-E-N. We get a runtime error if we run the program this way. Or, for example, if I enter 10 with 2 zeros after a decimal point, this won't work either. All data after the decimal point will be lost because we've declared this variable as an integer. On the other hand, variable b, and this should actually have the prefix SNG here, variable b can store decimal values. Okay, now variable a holds a value of 10, and so does variable b. Basically, what we did was assign the value stored in one variable to a second variable. If the number 10 is stored in variable int a as an integer, it's stored in variable SNGB as a single, even though the actual value of 10 hasn't changed. Basically, the number 10 is stored as a different data type than we started out with. Another way to put data in variables is to retrieve the data from a text box. Let's say we have a text box called txt_box, and let's say we have a property of this box, text. If a user enters an integer number in this box and after clicks the OK button, the value of the text box will be assigned to integer a. Even though the text box accepts a string value, Visual Basic converts the value seamlessly from a string to an integer. In this case, once again, because int a is declared as an integer. Let me switch part of this statement from left to right. First, int a is assigned a value of 10. When the next statement is executed, the text property of txt_box will store a value of 10. This is just one example of how to get data from a control into a variable. In this course, we're going to learn about many different variations of assigning statements. And this concludes our tutorial about putting data into variables.